Hi, everyone. This is Preeti Natarajan from Inai Technologies. Today, we have with us Monica from Yampu Tours. Hi, Monica. How are you today?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Thank you very much. It's wonderful having you here today with us. We would like to understand more about you and Yampu Tours. Can you tell us more about that?
My husband and I co-founded Yampu Tours 22 years ago. And we started selling Peru. That was the first country that we were selling tours to. And every year after that, we've added three or four new countries. And now we sell over 60 countries around the world.
Wow.
And a tour, it consists of airfare, hotels, guides, drivers, permits, buses, trains, just about anything you need to make a trip go perfectly. And especially like great experiences is what we do.
Fantastic, fantastic. So it's like a one-stop shop for everything. So you do from that's wonderful, and you don't see that a lot. So that's really great. Uh, so if you have to tell someone, hey, this is the best part about what our customers love about Yampu, what would you say? What are they telling you today?
Well, many things. One of the things that our clients love is that they can depend on us.
Fantastic.
So our clients, 90% of our clients have been clients for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, Yeah, they come back to us every year. And with that, we get to know them. So now they can just call and go, okay, I want to go to India. And I know them. I know what kind of hotels they want or what they like to do, and all I basically have to say is, what are your dates? Is there anything that you've heard about that I need to include? But if they don't tell me, I do it, and they just trust me. And my all of our salespeople are like that. They have a following of clients that come back to them year after year. So our team is really uh, takes good care of our clients, and in turn our clients take good care of us with referrals and repeat business.
Fantastic. That's a wonderful way of putting it, right? I mean, I think the very best way to attest that you've done a great job is to have the customer come back again. So that says
Yes.
it all for 10 years. That's wonderful. So now we are all in this strange situation of COVID-19, right? Uh, how has it impacted Yampo Tours? How are you engaging with your customers, especially the loyal ones that have been there for 10 years? How are you communicating to them? Are they still interested in booking future tours with you? What is the situation?
Well, we've gone through several stages, the stages of Corona and travel. At first, it was we were still feeling hopeful. It was going to stay in China. People were still planning. We had our best month in February in a long time. So many bookings, and then March came, and it just started spreading all over the world. When it got to Italy, it suddenly became this huge problem. And so most of the clients that are scheduled to go in the next 6 months have rescheduled.
Okay.
And they're going later in 2021, and some later 2020, 2021, and a few even went for 2022. So all, and then I think the first clients we have traveling are in July. So we'll see how that goes. And people have been really positive. They have been really cooperative. Helping us to find new dates that they can take the trip on. And what we've been doing, we sent one newsletter, and they didn't like that. That was a salesy kind of newsletter way back, like in maybe beginning of March,
Mhm.
and people were starting to freak out, and they didn't like that. So all we've been doing is sending happy birthday messages. We've been just writing people and saying, how are you? How is your family? Just keep letting them know that we're still here, you
Right.
know, and then just kind of just caring for them and not caring for our own pocketbook right now. And that's what we've been doing. And then I'm noticing people calling me up. One of my clients that travels on like 6 or 7 trips a year,
Mhm.
she's a travel addict. she called up and said, I'm thinking maybe I can go to Japan in September. So I want to redo the Laos trip around that. And both of us know that we really don't know yet, that's still a little bit early, but we're working on it, and we're working on a trip in January, and we're working on a trip in April. So people that love to travel, and then a lot of people have been writing me and saying, Monica, when this is all over, please get me out of here, but I think that people will not do as much big cities and the big things. Like, I can't imagine standing in line to go to the Louvre or to the top of the Eiffel Tower. I think people are going to do smaller, more out of the way properties, maybe properties without an elevator. People are going to want to be out in nature more, I believe. And maybe they're going to avoid the big crowded places for a while.
That makes sense. Now, I know you said you have close to 60 countries, right? Is that right?
Yes.
So are there, I know it's pandemic is everywhere, but are there countries or, tours that are less impacted, or has it been universally impacting all your tours?
Greece and Croatia, most of their gross national product is made in July and August. Oh. It's like, I think tourism is 25% of the GDP for those countries, and 70% of the clients are going in those 2 months. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to work with their health secretary to see how and if they can do it. A few countries are going to let you take a test when you get there. I think Iceland was one.
Interesting.
Because I remember thinking, how can they take a test and I can't get a test? I like that idea of, if we could get testing more easily. I like the idea, because what they're asking is a kind of a twofold thing. Mm-hmm. They're asking that you have a certificate within the last 5 days that you're corona free. And then when they get there, they give you a test, and they get the answer within an hour. And I like that idea. If that could really work, if we had enough tests here and they have enough tests there, and they can really get an accurate answer in an hour. And those are ifs. Yeah. I don't know. Those are ifs. I don't know if it's possible. But I like that scenario.
Makes sense. So I can understand every country is impacted, and every country has its own way of dealing with it, which is fascinating to learn by itself.
Yeah.
In terms of I'm very proud to say that you're our customer. You're a nice customer, and I'm very happy that you've joined our series. And so retail is something that is important to clients, and we already are working, and I know you have been giving some of our products to your clients. What other products do you think customers are looking to get, and what do they give for feedback on, especially now with COVID-19, or even without all this pandemic? Do you see like a trend of product demand, or the other things that you're hearing from them?
My daughter just started a business selling little meditation oils and like a lot of things that you use for meditation. Right. So I think that the spiritual side is really good right now. I think they're going to need masks.
Of course.
And they're going to need hand sanitizer and something to sanitize like the seat around. Mm. And I think that wearing a nice scarf, kind of covering up your mouth, even with another layer of scarfing, will be important. I think that travel blankets, so you're not using other people's blankets, the ones they hand out on the plane, would be key. A little pillow. Basically, like, maybe you don't want to use anything that's being recycled through the plane. A lot of countries before COVID were asking for us to not buy water bottles anymore, plastic water bottles. So I think a good BPA-free water bottle that they can fill up in the hotels is super important for all travelers right now.
Yep, absolutely.
one of the things that we bought for you from you is the electric, what is it called, converter box.
Travel adapt.
And
Yeah,
that's really handy to clients because it's universal. They can use it in all the countries. So that they really like that present. So I think those are the kind of things that I think people are going to want.
absolutely. Yes. And I think the more people are going to bring their own stuff is the trend that I'm hearing too. Even if it's just a pillow or travel pillow, you don't want the one given in the airlines. So yeah,
Mhm.
I think that's definitely the trend, and I appreciate you providing that feedback. Now, currently, do you have any other suggestions for people who are trying to book tours with you, or any promotions going on? What are the other general guidance that you would give to someone who's calling you and saying, "Hey, I do want to get out of here"? What would you guide on? Like, when would you say is the right time to book, or which country? Do you provide any guidance like that?
Oh yeah, we're going to be providing guidance, and what I tell you today might be different in a month from now, because it's still quite new. But what we did do on our website, there's a book with confidence bar, and
Oh,
it tells you that we changed our terms and conditions for the time being. That any changes made uh, up to 45 days, you can change your dates, no penalty.
mhm.
There might be exceptions like a non-refundable airfare, but even the airlines are being pretty good about change dates. So, and maybe a cruise or like something that's really popular, but I think that most people are going to work with us on that. And
Mhm.
then even within the 45 days, when it's technically, you're not supposed to make changes, we are going to push everybody to allow you to make changes if you're not going because you can't go,
Yeah.
so that's what we're doing, is we're really working with people to make sure that they don't lose any money by booking ahead of time. I have been planning a lot in the fall because I have to have hope, and all my guests need to have hope that this is going to pass sooner than we think. And so we're planning for the fall. And if the fall comes around and we're still in this mess, then we'll just pivot and we'll just move to 2021. And anyone that books now, I would be clear that that's the situation.
Makes sense.
But um yeah, they just, and also it's part of just giving them something to dream about,
Exactly.
giving them something to look forward to. Let's plan it and hope for the best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think travelers, you said it very right, is like when you are having a mindset of traveling, you tend to go with the flow. I think that's inherent to any person loving travel and trying to
Yeah.
see places. You're not strict or particular about how you want it. You want to learn new things and you're open minded. I think that shows in how flexible they can be with all these situations that are out of our control. So that's really good to know.
I was just going to say that there's one more thing that I've been thinking about, is that I'm normally the person that puts in a lot of local interactions.
Hmm.
You know, you visit a family, go have breakfast with the family, something. And I might not plan those while we're in the COVID times, just
That,
because I would, you know what I mean?
mm.
So that's why maybe something that I'm going to steer away from for the next 6 months. But then after that, I love putting people with people.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's creates the unique experience. So thank you so much, Monica, for your time today. And it was wonderful having you. And some of the insights you gave were fantastic. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye.